Hello there, thanks for joining me. I'm Kim Gow from Colour Passion. Today I wanted to share with you, I did say I'd sneak in the odd extra tutorial and I'm doing that today. I have actually created a deep pour for a chap who had a guitar, and he had removed all the inner section of the guitar and he had placed or glued into place all different sorts of memorabilia for his son, and he wanted it filled with clear resin. The perfect resin was the PuDuo Deep Pour. I'm telling you, it's amazing, not a bubble in sight. It's just turned out fabulous. So I wanted to share this with you, and I'm hoping he will also send a photo over so I can share that with you as well. Once he puts the arm on, I think it's what you call it, the arm, and also the strings, which will be obviously for demonstration purposes. It won't be used as a guitar. He wants to present this to his son in New Zealand when he goes there soon. So it's really quite a lovely thing that he has done as a father, and it was very special for me to absolutely do it honour. So, or shall I say that? It did me an honour anyway, using our deep pour resin. So that's the PuDuo Deep Pour Resin, and thrilled to bits with it. Another thing is that I thought I had a little bit left over because I wanted to make sure I had enough in the last little bit. I actually did these thinkers, the moulds, and I just added a couple of our gel tints and a bit of sparkle because I wanted to test it and see how well it lasted as well, and not a bubble. They're fantastic. Really happy with that, and you know they've cured nice and firm. There's no bendiness, nothing. So if you have resin molds and you want to use a resin that's going to be nice and shiny and it's not going to have any bubbles in it, then the PuDuo Deep Pour is another one to go with. So I wanted to share this with you. So thanks for joining me once again, and let's go and do the tutorial for you so you can see what I'm raving on about. Okay, everybody, we've got a different project here today. I've had a gentleman come in and he's created this amazing array of bits and pieces. This is a gift for his son. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it with resin, and I'm using the deep pour resin, and then once it's cured, he will reattach obviously the handle and all the strings and everything, and he's going to present it to his son. Now I've mixed up the deep pour resin, and I'm going to just pour it into a separate jug to make sure that everything's thoroughly mixed. And it's also because the jug's got a spout, so that's going to make it a lot easier to pour into the spaces obviously where we want it to go. Now I've mixed up 1.5 litres because I'm really not sure exactly how much I'm going to need, but we'll see. Now let's have a look. There's a couple of bits of stringiness here, if you can see that there. So I just want to give it a good stir to make sure that everything is mixed properly. You do not want stringy bits in there when you're working on something so delicate and so important. So the way to avoid any issues is to simply pour it from one container into the other and give it another mix and make sure there's no stringy bits. Now there's quite a few bubbles here at the moment, but the nature of this resin is that they will all dissipate, which is fantastic, and you can do up to 4 inches in depth. Alrighty, here is the test, isn't it? Alright, so let's go. We'll just do it very gently. Maybe open in this corner. He's got ultrasound photos here of his grandchild, I believe, and which is obviously his son's daughter. It's always hard trying to estimate, I find, how much resin you're going to need for a task like this. but it's a magic task. It's just beautiful. How creative. Amazing. I think we're going to need even more. It's just so hard to tell, but anyway, we'll just keep going, and if we need to mix some more, we need to mix some more. Because he wanted it sort of up just over the chain. Go close, won't it? We don't want it up over where the strings are going to be. So just gently, gently coming around the edge there. How special is this? I nearly had a tear in my eye actually when he was explaining. He came to show me and asked me to resin it for him. Very special. That's good. I don't think we are going to need any more, which is great. Just want to make sure we've covered but not dripped. And because resin is obviously self-leveling, so if he hasn't got this chain quite level, then there may be bits that are going to be exposed. It may, once it all settles, we may need to even do like another thin flood coat. I'm not sure yet, because this is something like I've never done before. Okay, I think I'm going to hold it back there for now. And I think I might get I'll just get a spatula, I think, and just gently push it over to make sure that it's over all the chain. Without sort of having the jug, you know, go up and maybe going too far over the edge. I must say, with something like this, where someone's put so much love and time into it, you don't want to mess it up. So I thought, oh God, I'd sooner get it done sooner rather than later. Put me out of my worrying misery. As I say, the bubbles, they should dissipate fully. So we'll end up with a beautiful crystal clear coat here. Just up and over here. It's amazing how a creative mind can think and create something like this. Just wonderful, I think. So, Andrew, if you're watching this video, let us know what you think. And we'd love to see a photo with it all finished. Once you put the handle on and attach the strings, that would be amazing. Well, I think I've guesstimated the resin quite well, because I don't want it to go too high on here. But, and I did level it, which was really important. I've leveled it with my leveler. And I had to put a couple of little wedges in just to make sure that it's level, which is very important. It's critical, in fact, for a job like this. Okay. Right. So we've still got some left. So I'm going to pour a bit because it doesn't go over that. So I just want to make sure that we have got enough, which is what Andrew wanted. And because I've gone over and with my spatula and put it over the chain, this should just go over beautifully now. Okay. A little bit off there. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's probably a little bit there maybe. Because I've got to be really aware of this area here. We don't want it to come up over. That's important. Yeah, I think that's going to be looking pretty good. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to hit it with the butane just to any of the surface bubbles that have come to the surface, just to break them. There we go. It's looking good. Looking good. Just spotted that little bit there. Yep, that's right. That bit there. Excellent. Right, guys. Well, I'll let you know and we'll do the reveal once it's cured, which should take up to 72 hours because it cures a lot slower than what an art resin does, so that it allows it for all those bubbles to dissipate. Okay, I'll show you once we're done. Okay, everybody, I just wanted to do the reveal of this guitar with all these amazing bits in them. Okay, so we did have an issue. The first pour, I nearly lost all of it because there was little holes in the bottom. It wasn't sealed. It was supposed to be, but it wasn't, so it was a shame. So I ended up putting this container underneath and caught quite a bit of it. That was like at about 800 mils from that large container, but a lot had already leaked out on the table first. So yes, it was a bit of a mess and a bit of a concern, but I let that cure, and then I made sure that everything was okay before I did the next pour. And we did the next pour, and that turned out pretty good, except for the chains were a little bit of a different height. This one's higher than this side, so therefore one was kind of above the resin line and the other one was just sort of under. So I then mixed up another 200 ml and I poured that over and made sure that everything, it was sort of topped up as best we could. So I'm absolutely delighted with it. The resin is amazing. It is so crystal clear and there is not one bubble in this anywhere. Not even one. So I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with it, and I'm sure Andrew, the owner, will be as well, because I had to be really careful coming up around here because this is where the strings of the guitar are going to be attached, and of course the handle up the other way. So this is certainly a very, very interesting, what would you call it? Very interesting job. So I wanted to share it with you and let you know how good the deep pour resin is. It truly is. I'm thrilled with it. And so hopefully you'll have a go at doing something as well. Because you know my motto, if you don't give it a go, you will never, never know. Okay, everybody, have a great week. Bye for now.